Hi guys, and welcome to the SNS Cricket Diaries podcast. Today I'm just going to discuss the Indian team for the Asia Cup tournament that is going to be held in Dubai, in UAE. Also, I'm going to discuss, well, not more than discuss, I'm going to give my opinion on whether India should play Pakistan and whether India should take part in the Asia Cup and play Pakistan. So, first and foremost, the squad for the Indian team has raised quite a few eyebrows. The most important being, or the most talked about, is Shubman Gill's inclusion in the T20 squad after more than a year almost, of not playing in the T20 format for India, and he has straight away not just gotten into the team, but he's also the vice captain of the team. So let me first take you through the squad. We have Surya Kumar Yadav as captain, Sanju Samson is there, Rinku Singh, Shubman Gill, Jitesh Sharma. Then we have Abhishek Sharma, Shivam Dube, Hardik Pandya, Akshar Patel, Tilak Verma, Arshdeep Singh, Harshit Rana, Varun Chakravarti, Jasprit Bumrah, and Kuldeep Yadav. So, I mean, if you look at it from a general point of view, it looks a pretty balanced squad. Considering that we're going to play in Dubai, the Indian team has played enough number of times now in Dubai. We recently played the Champions Trophy in February, March in Dubai. So considering the tracks that are going to be laid out, again, I guess it's going to be spin friendly. So we are going with Varun Chakravarti and Kuldeep Yadav as our two specialist spinners. We also have Akshar Patel, who is the third specialist spinner in the squad. Apart from that, a little bit of Abhishek Sharma probably, and even Tilak Verma bowls, but we don't know how much they are going to be used. And we are going in interestingly with three pacers: Jasprit Bumrah, Harshit Rana, and Arshdeep Singh. Although I feel out of the three, only two will play, considering that the pitches that are on offer, and the fact that a lot of the batters in the opposition, I feel, are not going to be comfortable playing spin in Dubai. So it's going to be interesting to see whether India would be able to include Varun Chakravarti and Kuldeep Yadav in their playing 11, because this Indian team, especially under Gautam Gambhir, has been known to have a very batting heavy lineup, and when it comes to T20 even more so, because the brand of cricket that India has begun to play after the 2024 T20 World Cup shows that it's going to be slam, bang and wallop right from the beginning till the end. No middle overs as such, where we sort of milk the bowling as we used to do earlier. So I think considering that they want the batting to be as deep as possible, so that the players at the top and in the middle can go hell for leather right from the beginning without really fearing batters not being there down the order. So considering that, I feel probably they may not play Kuldeep and Varun together, although I feel if they do play together, they'll be able to cause a lot of mayhem in the opposition camp. Let's get into the main topic, which is Shubman Gill's ascendancy in the T20 squad, straight away being a vice captain, which basically somewhere really shows that he's going to be there in the playing 11, and most likely it is being said that most likely at the expense of Sanju Samson, who incidentally is someone who's always had to fight for his place. But if you look at India's squad, India's performance in the T20 format since the 2024 World Cup, Sanju Samson and Abhishek Sharma have been the key to their so-called new brand of cricket that they are playing. Very aggressive, ultra aggressive. They have scored in excess of 250 on many an occasion in South Africa and India. So I feel that somewhere that does disturb the balance, and the more popular opinion is that Sanju Samson will make way and not Abhishek Sharma, considering because Abhishek Sharma has had slightly more of an impact than Sanju Samson in the T20s that India has played. My opinion on this is that Shubman Gill, for me, unfortunately, is not cut out for the kind of cricket that we want to play. You never know. Shubman Gill might have been told by the selectors that you will have to play differently from what you generally play in the IPL. So what happens is that although the average looks good, tons and tons of runs in IPL, but the kind of impact we need in the power play in the first 6 overs is something that that doesn't quite suit Shubman Gill's style, if I may say so. So I think it is going to be either he will have to reinvent himself as a batter, because he looks more like in the mold of Virat Kohli, who usually used to score a half century of say 30, 35 balls. Which is still, I mean, if you score 30, it's a pretty good strike rate. But when it comes to 35, you tend to get into that 120, 130 kind of strike rate. And this Indian team has believed in scoring in excess of 150. Somewhere, I think it will be interesting to see whether Shubman Gill will be able to adopt this new philosophy of the T20 team that India has adopted in the last 1 year or so. So I think I feel that the fact that he is now the Test captain, and in India things work very differently. We all know that, brand matters, marketing matters, a face is what we need. So we had Sachin Tendulkar in the 90s and mid 2000s. Then Virat Kohli came in late 2000s and the whole of the last decade. And now we have Shubman Gill. In between, yes, of course, Mahendra Singh Dhoni was also there. So the Indian team has always required that one face which can really on which the market can run. So I feel that's what has happened. I do not think, I mean, Ajit Agarkar as a selector and his team of selection panelists that he has, they've taken some bold decisions. I mean, no one will say that they sacked Virat and Rohit because they both retired on their own, but definitely some hard talk must have been done with them for them to quit Test cricket, especially in case of Virat Kohli, very surprisingly, before the England series. But then at the same time, I guess Ajit Agarkar this time has probably bowed down to the pressures that are there in the Indian cricket system, and because I feel that there was no need for Shubman Gill, and this obsession that we have of having one captain across all formats, I feel it's a bit outdated, because we see a lot of the main teams these days have different captains for different formats, and in fact a whole different teams sometimes. And yes, in this aspect of having a different team, we have done pretty well in terms of a lot of the T20 players are now very different from Test cricket and a bit in ODIs as well. But then, Shubman Gill probably is being touted as the all-format captain. Already people are saying that after the 2026 T20 World Cup, Surya Kumar Yadav will give way to Shubman Gill. So that is still to be seen. But I guess it is going to be very, very crucial for Shubman Gill. Just like before the Test series in England, people doubted him being designated as captain. I myself doubted. And not just as a captain of the team, but as a batter as well, considering the record that he had before touring England. But he shut our mouths up, and we just hope that he does that in T20s as well. Because if he plays the way he generally plays, I think that will somewhere harm the work that this Indian team in T20 has done in the last 1 year to rebrand itself. And be at par with the likes of Australia and New Zealand and England, who have always played this firebrand type of T20 cricket. So I think that is something that Shubman Gill will have to think about. What is his role? If he's an opener, where is he going to play? Sanju Samson, as I said, that probably is the guy who will make way, but there can be other ways in which he can be in the team. As a wicket keeper, especially, so then that begs the question as to where will Jitesh Sharma go. Also, Tilak Verma at number 3 has done very well, so to disturb him at number 3 would not be quite ideal. So yeah, I mean, let's see. Time will tell what is Sanju Samson's fate, because he has, I mean, he debuted in 2014 or 2015, if I'm not wrong, and all these years he's tried to prove himself, has failed on many an occasion, but has again, we have seen sort of a resurgence in T20 cricket in the last 1 year from him. 300s he has scored under Surya Kumar Yadav's captaincy. So yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how things will pan out for Sanju Samson. The second point I want to make before I end this short video is about the Indian team playing in against Pakistan in the Asia Cup. So we recently saw, just I think yesterday, that the government had released a notice that stating that that the Indian team can play against Pakistan in multilateral events, be it Asia Cup, ICC tournaments, or even going ahead in Olympics or Asian Games or Commonwealth Games, but they won't play against them in any bilateral series. So I guess considering that, I feel, while the sentiments of the Pahalgam survivors is extremely important, and the Pahalgam, the attack that killed so many people, so their family members' sentiments is extremely important. But I guess the government has taken a very practical view as well, considering that they aim to host the Commonwealth Games in 2030 and the Olympics in 2036. So from that point of view, to be able to have a bit of flexibility is I guess important. But then opinions are divided on this. The social media is full of calls for clamor for the Indian team not to play Pakistan. In fact, some of them said not even play the Asia Cup. My opinion is that sports after a certain point of time should not be disturbed. It's not the fault of the Indian players or the Pakistani players. So I think it's just important that the game goes on. Yes, at that point of time, it was important that the game stopped when the IPL was happening. If you remember, the IPL took a 1-week break because of the Pahalgam attacks. But I guess things have sort of moved on now, and I guess these kind of engagements should happen, especially for us as India, to build a soft power image as a hosting country. I think it will be very, very important to play in the Asia Cup, and to honor the commitments that they've already done with the with the broadcasting team and broadcasters. So I guess that's my take. Cricket should continue, but let's see, things will be very heated when India plays Pakistan on September the 14th for the first time in what is considered to be possibly 3 times. Again, that's I can rant on the format. I just hate the format absolutely. I mean, just to make India Pakistan play 3 times, they've divided 6 teams into 2 groups and further into 2 more groups. I mean, that's ridiculous and basically appalling. Yeah, that's all I can say. I'll see you soon, hopefully, with a review of the Asia Cup. Until then, take care. Bye.